standing in front of one of the greatest buildings ever in Portland, Oregon. Standing in front of so many matches, so much history, the Portland Sports Arena. The reason why we're coming live from Portland Sports Arena is because we're not exactly here, but we're right down the road. I can throw a stone to it, and we're going to start kicking some butt right around this area, which rich history stands right here. Speaking of history, you got all the Blanchard brothers here today. All the Blanchard brothers. And let me tell you something. We decided amongst ourselves in a little meeting that we had that we're just going to go ahead and wreak havoc on whoever. It doesn't matter who it is on the roster. It can be, I don't know, take your pick. I don't know, I'll go after Jason Sullivan, the man himself. And you can grab a partner. And I don't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what night it is. You're not winning. You go ahead, let's throw the tag team champions. Speaking of tag team champions, I'm kind of embarrassed that G-String, I got a lot of love for you, all right? But your little slumdog millionaire partner, I don't know where he came from, but I can tell you something, he's not on our level. So it's about a matter of time before gold is around our waist again. And just like back in the day, just like Ivan, Nikita, and Crusher Khrushchev, it didn't matter who had the belt. If one of us has the belt, all of us have the belt. Derek Drexel, I told you once, I told you twice, you're a DJ. This is professional wrestling. You don't belong here. Each night you come out and you get cut. And you try to show how bad you are. But you need to grow another person before you jump on someone like us. Alright? I think it's time for my big man, the big ugly, to talk to ya.
You know, nothing would be easier for then the ugly one to come out here and start rambling on about Quiz and CJ Edwards. But the fact of the matter is I don't want to come in here and speak ebonics. I don't want to dumb myself down to talk about you guys at your level. But what I do want to talk about is that big son of a bitch by the name of Thunder. You see, Thunder, back in the old days when we broke in this business, you were nothing more than a jacked up freak with no ring gear, no talent, and the guys felt sorry for you. Well, at least you have ring gear now. Because let me tell you something, Thunder, nothing has changed. From when you were a greenhorn to now where you're one of the biggest names in this area. You still are the biggest lump of crap DOA has. I mean, it takes more than going down to Astoria and being a star in this industry. The other guy who I want to talk about is Wade by God Hess. You see, Wade, you're one of these guys who time and time again has jumped on somebody else's back and let them carry you. And now that the real talent has left the Illuminati, you got guys like Wade Reichten left, you got guys like Havoc finally got smart enough to leave. You're the best they have now by default. And you see, Wade Hess, I've been around this block with you several times, and I know you've held belts everywhere. But how can you call yourself a professional athlete when you got your ass kicked by ISIS?
Oh.
ISIS took you at the NWWA Fight Factory and beat you like a stepchild. And don't get me wrong, I know that Dan played a part. I know he came in with all his athleticism and gave you the flipping enziguri double stop chop to the back of the neck. But the fact of the matter, Wade Hess, is that you got beat by not only the dumbest son of a bitch with the worst haircut I've ever seen, but some broad.
The little dragon.
So then there you go there.
The little dragon.
And
your own son.
Another thing. What kind of man lets his children get into this industry? What kind of man puts his kids in that ring and lets them get over? It takes somebody with no talent that's using and exploiting kids to get himself over. So Wade Hess, after your boyfriend Derek Drexel leaves, after your girlfriend leaves you, your wife leaves you, don't get upset if your next baby comes out with big ears, a little darker, and walks the night away with any woman he can. Because Wade, you have never been at my level. You will never be at my level. You've not got enough women pregnant to say you're a professional athlete.
That's all right.
And as far as the whole Illuminati goes, you two little bros, you come out here and you want to do the soft shoe. You want to come out here and do the stomp the yard gimmick. It doesn't matter, because as far as I can tell you, I've never been beaten by a black man. I do the beating on black men. So tonight, when we get down to this building, some woman's getting pregnant, I'm going old school, and I'm Shaka Zuluing somebody, and we're going back to the hotel and making every woman in Portland one of our baby's mama. Tell him, Bubba.
Blanchard Brothers, Blanchard Enterprises, the Blanchard Industries, Big Ugly J.D. Bishop, the greatest wrestler walking God's green earth. And then you have his clone and the dirty white boy. Win if you can, lose if you must, but cheating is preferred. Jeremy Blanchard.
Absolutely.
And then you got Bubba Blanchard. 20-inch arms, 32-inch thighs, a big butt, and a fat gut, but as bad as they've ever been in this industry. As bad as anybody did that walked through the Sportatorium, I'm just as bad as they've ever been. Ask around the block. I've been in the ring with Hall of Famers. I've been in the ring with legends, as is he, as is he, as is me, Double B. Legends, Hall of Famers, we've beat them all. I line them all up because some booker in some office didn't sit down and create this. This was born. And when it's born, it's real. And when it's real, it's great. It's a shoot, boys. It's real, standing right in front of you. Blanchard Enterprises, Blanchard Brothers, whatever you want to call it. J.D. Blanchard, Jeremy Blanchard, Bubba Blanchard, the three greatest things walking God's green earth. That's why Tom Brady lets us jump off his 5-meter board. That's why Archie Manning called me when he wanted his sons to win Super Bowls, and we did a rigorous training schedule with those Manning boys. We got Eli his Super Bowl. We got
tough.
Peyton his Super
Eli
Bowl.
He had to find
Drew
that
Brees
rock.
needed to recover from a soldier surgery, came to Sacramento, California, worked out with the Big Ugly, got himself a Super Bowl. We're surrounded by champions. Champions like being around us because that's what we are. We're champions. Dial in another day and watch us win a belt. JD, Jeremy, Double B, it's all in front of you. Big Ugly's knocking people up. Jeremy Blanchard's knocking people out. And I'm talking too much.
Baby.
We're out.
Hey, you've just been verbally raped by the Orcal Connection and the Blanchard brothers.